Welcome to our 45-minute, little bit of stretch, a little bit of activation flow, a lot of it to help you guys find a little bit more mobility. My name is Gabby DeLorenz. I am the owner and founder of Soul to Soul Wellness, and I will be your guide for this next 45-minute practice. If you're ready, let's start in child's pose. The intention of this practice is to help you turn some muscles on with the intention of finding more length in them. So you'll hear me say some intentions about feeling your hamstrings open or feeling your quads open, and really just start to think about how it needs to feel in your body in order to achieve whatever the intention is for the day, for your body, for however it feels, however you're showing up. And so in your child's pose, bring your big toes together, bring your knees apart, you let your forehead start to drop towards the floor as you walk your hands out nice and long, and just start to connect to your breath, taking a full deep breath in through your nose and a full deep breath out your nose. And the breath in and out of the nose will help build heat in your system. If it gets too hot, simply take a breath in your nose and exhale out your mouth. It's a big loud H-A sigh, ha, as you let it go. Inhaling through your nose, building the heat in your body. Exhaling out your nose. Big breath in and out. And please know that child's pose is always available to you throughout the duration of this practice. On your next inhale, coming up onto your hands and knees, I call this tabletop position. Start to find some cat-cows connecting to your breath. Inhaling as you look up, your belly sinks to the floor. Exhaling, tucking your chin in, rounding your spine, really pushing away with your hands. Feel this in your shoulder blades. Inhale as you look up. Exhale, down and round. Stay in this round cat position. Take a breath in. As your lungs fill, can you push the floor away more? Exhale, belly sinks to the floor. As your lungs empty, can you squeeze your back together just a little extra? Inhaling into your cat. Exhaling, letting your belly sink, looking up. One more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. Shifting your hips off to the right. We're gonna find some hip circles. And so really just thinking about wiggling your hips in this big circle-like motion. Again, pausing, if it feels good to just kind of stay with your hips off to the side. If you have tight IT bands, I bet you that does. You can stay there, kind of wiggle in and out of these positions. Whatever direction you're going, simply switch directions. You can start to make it a little bigger if you walk your hands out, really sinking your hips towards the floor, your hips towards your heels. And then finding some stillness back towards your tabletop, pushing the floor away again, pulling your ribs towards your hips, almost like you can just shorten the whole front body just a little bit. This will help bring in a little bit more core control. Curl your toes under. You're gonna kick the left leg straight back, straight back. Kick the left leg straight back. So you're balancing on your right knee. You might need to walk it towards the middle of your mat just a little. And then we're gonna find some hip circles, really just single legs. So you're gonna start to just lift your knee up to the sky, hug it in towards your tricep, squeeze it into the middle, and then kick it straight back again. Try not to lean too far into the right hip. Feeling a lot of activation through the left glute. So take your time, make these as big as feels comfortable, but again, keeping your core in nice and tight, and then switching directions. Your knee can stay bent ever so slightly, but again, thinking about activating through your hips, through the outsides of your hips. That will help keep you balanced. Dropping your left hip down, kicking your right leg straight back. Again, left toes are curled or pointed if it bothers your knee. And then again, thinking about drawing the right knee all the way up in a big circle. Right knee might touch your tricep, kicking it straight back. Finding 5 circles in one direction. Again, not trying to lean too far into the left leg, keeping your core nice and tight, and then simply switching directions. Two more as you lift and squeeze. And lift your knee up, noticing the difference left versus right. Place your knees together. Just notice the fire already in your side hips. And when you're ready, we're just gonna simply press back to our downward facing dog. Set your downward facing dog up for success. Protect your shoulders. I like to say middle fingers towards the outside corners of your mat, but you're not going way so far out. It really is just a nice straight arm. And then bend your knees a lot. You wanna rock your chest towards your thighs. Push the floor away. Your shoulders kind of find your ears. And then rotate your biceps towards the midline. This is a little bit of shoulder external rotation. Find the weight evenly distributed through all of your fingers, especially your thumb and your index finger. Keeping your knees bent, maybe you start to just drop your heels towards the floor, but knees definitely stay bent. Protect your hamstrings, protect your low back here. And it's that same kind of hips, kind of knit up to your ribs. So a little shortening of the front body, not a big rounding in your low back, just a little bit of activation in your core. Take a breath in here. And then exhale. One more big breath in. Let it go. Inhaling up onto your toes and just tiptoe up to your hands. We're gonna land in what we call a ragdoll pose. Your knees are bent. Hands can come into your elbow creases and you can sway side to side, releasing your head, releasing your neck. Dropping your arms, inhale, slowly, slowly, rip your mat in half. So pretend you're stepping on a piece of paper. You almost wanna rip the left foot to the left, the right foot to the right, but feel this in the outsides of your hips and protect your low back as you rise. Tall arms sweep up overhead. On your exhale, keep ripping your piece of paper as you forward fold. Hands find your shins, halfway lift. This is a flat spine here, pause. Shoulders pull away from your ears, shoulders pull down your back. Push into your hands as your gaze goes straight down towards the floor. Take a breath in. On your exhale, fold. Keep ripping your piece of paper. Again, we feel this in the outsides of our hips. Rise tall, arms sweep up. On your exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins once more, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back to high plank. Pausing here, holding here. Shortening the front body. Take a breath in. On your exhale, slowly lower down, all the way to your belly. Arms reach out in front of you. Thumbs face up to the sky, leaving your hip points on the mat, leaving your forehead on the mat. And your inhale, lift your right arm and your left leg up. Hip points stay down, don't twist. Take a deep breath in. Stay on your exhale. One more breath in, reach up maybe a little higher. Exhale, lower left arm, right leg lift up. Stay on your exhale. Big breath in as you reach up. Exhale, lower, right arm, left leg lift. Exhale, lower, left arm, right leg lift. Exhale, lower, one arm time each side, lift. And down. Last time here, lift up. Exhale, down, plant your hands under your shoulders. Push up to some sort of a little back bend here. Taking a few breaths. You can tuck your chin in. If you look too high up, this might bother your neck. You can look straight in front of you. Where your gaze goes, your energy will flow. So if anything ever bothers you, simply changing your gaze might make a huge difference. One more breath in here. Exhale, lower down to your mat. Push back up through your tabletop position and meet us in downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, push the floor away a little more. Belly pulls in, heels drop towards the floor. Last breath in here. Stay on your exhale. Inhale on your toes. Tiptoe to your hands. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach and rise, arms sweep up. Exhale, right back down. Halfway lift, hands to shin. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Be intentional with what foot you step back with. It's not the same foot every time. Hold in your high plank. Reach your forward onto your mat. Reach your shoulders over your fingertips. Take a breath in. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Arms reach out overhead again. Thumbs up to the sky. Left arm, right leg. Inhale, lift up. Stay for your exhale. One more breath in, lift. Exhale, right back down. Right arm, left leg, lift up. Stay on the breath out. One more time, fill up. Maybe you lift up ever so slightly. slowly lower. Plant your hands, either another cobra with your elbows on the floor. If you're ready, you can push up to upward facing. You're gonna take your hands under your shoulders, reaching your shoulder blades together in the back. You're pushing your thighs up and off the mat. Belly stays engaged. Take a breath in. On your exhale, hips go all the way back, downward facing dog. Breath in here. Let it go. One more time like that. Inhale on your toes. Bend your knees. Tiptoe to your hands. Halfway lift, hands to shins right away. Exhale, fold. Reach and rise, arms sweep up. Exhale, right back down. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Plant your hands, high plank. 2 breaths here, big breath in. Take your time, push the floor away, dome your upper back. This will help build your back muscles, build those pull muscles in your body. Breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down, arms reach out. One more time. Right arm, left leg, inhale, lift up. Stay for your exhale. One more time, reach. Slowly lower left arm, right leg, lift up. Stay on your exhale. One more big breath in. Slowly lower, plant your hands upward facing if you're ready. Hips go back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right foot high. Bending into your left knee. Squaring your right hip to the floor. Pinky toe faces the floor. Pinky toe faces the floor. Keep rotating. It's a little bit of internal hip rotation. Start to hug your thigh into your chest. I don't care if your knee touches your nose. Thigh into chest, it's a little bit of a scoop. And then if it feels okay, you can start to rock out towards a high plank. Leading with your heel, step, heel, ball, toe between your hands. Call this runner's lunge. And then slowly just dropping down to your back knee. We're gonna shift back for a little bit of a hamstring stretch. You can take your foot with you. You can walk yourself all the way up. Hands can come to your thigh. Just start to shift forward and backwards just a little bit, pointing and pulling your toe. This might be a good opportunity for some blocks if you have them to lift yourself up if that feels supportive. And then slowly just start to rock the weight back into your right foot. You're gonna take your hands on each side of your foot, straighten your back leg just as we came in. And then if you're ready, you're gonna reach your left hand forward. Pulling your belly in, trying to lift your chest off your thigh. Your right hand comes up, and then you lift up. We call this crescent lunge. Back leg is nice and straight, front knee is at 90 degrees. A little bit of external rotation as you rotate your pinky fingers to the midline. Crescent lunge here, hold. And again, where your gaze goes, your energy flows. So all that means, find one point not moving in front of you. Set your gaze to set your intention to save energy. This is the same when you're active in sport. Big breath in here. And stay. Maybe you lean a little bit deeper, take another breath in. And when you're ready, open up warrior 2. So you're just gonna drop your back heel, your front knee still at 90 degrees, and set your gaze over your front middle finger. Soft gaze, the space between your eyebrows softens, your tongue comes away from the back of your teeth. Reach your arms east and west, be intentional. And then hinging from your waist, reach forward, flip your front palm, lean back, front knee stays bent, call this peaceful warrior. And you're just gonna cartwheel right back down to your runner's lunge. So the right hand reaches, left hand reaches, hands come down, frame your foot. Left hand plants, right arm twists up to the sky. Straight up to the sky. Breath in. On your exhale, right hand back down, drop to your left knee. You're gonna take the left foot towards the left side of your mat, towards the right side of your mat, right hand inside the right foot as you reach your left arm up to the sky. It's a modified extended side angle. Feeling this intentionally on the right inner thigh. If you want a little bit more in the side body, you can take your left hand and reach it up and over. Bicep finds your ear. Maybe a little twist looking underneath your left armpit. Big breath in. On your exhale, left hand comes down, coming back through your runner's lunge, and simply shifting back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in, let that side go. Notice the right inner thigh. How has it changed compared to the left in just this short time? On your next inhale, left foot lifts. Pinky toe faces the floor. Again, a little bit of hip internal rotation. Feel this in your inner thigh. Starting to hug your left thigh into your chest, rocking out towards your high plank. Again, thigh to chest. This will help strengthen your hip flexor. Squeeze that on. This is core exercise. Leading with your heel ball toe, step between. We're in our runner's lunge. Scooping your back just a little bit before you, now you can drop your back knee and shift back for your hamstring stretch. Again, lifting up, hands to your thighs. You can keep your hands on the floor. And then just kind of exploring, if you point and pull your toe, how does this change? How does this shift? Rocking the weight back into your left foot. Hands come to each side of your foot. Coming back through your runner's lunge. Lifting your right hand out in front of you. Trying to get light in your chest, heavy in your left foot as you push yourself up, crescent lunge. Back leg is straight. And again, settle your breath. Set your intention here. What do you feel? Maybe the back hip flexor, the right hip flexor opening. Maybe you feel a lot of strength in your quad. You know we won't be here forever. Notice the thoughts in your mind. How can you calm them down? Mindset is a huge piece of staying in the posture, especially as your body starts shaking and especially as you want out. Stay for one more big breath in. On your exhale, open up, warrior two. Again, the back heel drops, gaze is set over your front middle finger. Half of mindset is simply noticing the thoughts, the quality of your thoughts in your head. Thinking at your waist, in reverse. Peaceful warrior, maybe you look underneath your left armpit. And then slowly coming all the way back down, left hand reaches. We're in our runner's lunge, our back leg is lifted, right hand plants, left arm switch up to the sky. Slowly dropping down to your back knee, left hand inside your left foot, right foot goes off to the left side, reaching up with the right hand up and overhead. Again, if you want more of the side body stretch, you can start to take your right hand over your ear, bicep finds your ear, feeling the stretch intentionally in your left inner thigh. If it feels too much to have your hand on the floor, you can simply bring your forearm to your thigh, and it's that same big opening. One more big breath in here. On your exhale, right hand comes down. Hands frame your foot, stepping right back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale your right foot high again, a little bit of internal rotation. Pinky toe faces the floor, thigh hugs up and into your chest, step your foot between your hands. Without dropping your back knee, inhale, lift up to crescent lunge. Now, slowly, slowly, slowly drop down to your back knee. Hands can come down or stay on your thigh, shift back for your hamstring stretch. Stay here for just 2 breaths in. Every exhale, maybe you can sink a little deeper, maybe you lean a little bit more forward. Both will just feel different. On your next inhale, right foot plants, curl your back toes right back into your crescent lunge. Exhale, open warrior two. Feeling the inner thighs open, the intention is to keep your knee over your pinky toe, towards your pinky toe at least. Hinging at your waist, flip and reverse, straighten your front leg. And then on your exhale, reach forward. We're gonna just take your hand towards your thigh, your knee. This is called triangle pose. If it feels okay and you wanna go a little further down, you can reach to your shin. You can also grab a block if that feels supportive. Stay here for one more breath in. On your exhale, left hand comes down, frame your foot, bend into your knee. Dropping down to your back knee. Left foot to the right. Right hand again up on your thigh, or you can reach towards the floor, towards your ankle. Extended side angle. Left hand can reach up and overhead. Stay here for one more breath in. On your exhale, left hand down, coming back, stepping back, downward facing dog. Left foot high. Pinky toe faces the floor, thigh into chest, heel ball toe, step it between your hands, crescent lunge lifts you up. Stay for your exhale. Big breath in. Slowly lower down to your back knee, take a breath, and then exhale, you shift back. We're here for 2 breaths. One more big breath in. Maybe you pull your toes to your face. Exhale, start to reach forward. Left foot plants right back into your crescent lunge. You lift up, and then exhale, open warrior 2. Peeling your inner thighs open, reach forward. Flip and reverse, straighten your front leg. Come down for triangle pose. Again, feeling the inner thigh stretch on the left side. One more big breath in. On your exhale, right hand down. Left hand down, drop down to your back knee. Left hand can come inside the left foot or thigh up onto your, forearm onto your thigh. Reach up. Open for this modified extended side angle, down on your back knee. Stay for a big breath in. On your exhale, hands come down. Step back to high plank. Reach forward, slowly lower down. 2 times locust pose. Tuck your chin in, forehead finds your mat. Hands stay right where they are. Squeeze your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, lifts everything up and off the mat. Hands lift, hands hover off the floor. Maybe you look up, keeping your chin tucked ever so slightly. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Interlace your hands behind your back. If you can, try and get your palms to touch each other. On your inhale, everything lifts up and off the mat. Feeling this in your shoulders. Feel this opening in your shoulders. Noticing which thumb is on top. Take a breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Simply switch the grip. Again, if the palms don't touch, totally fine, but that's your goal. On your next breath in, lift up. Fingers reach towards your heels. Lift up, maybe you look up. Stay for one more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower down. Plant your hands, upward facing dog. Thighs can lift up and off the mat. Exhale, hips go back. Downward facing dog. Pushing the floor away, taking a cleansing breath in. And a cleansing breath out. One more like that. Big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, H-A. Let it go. Right foot lifts. Step your foot between your hands, crescent lunge. Inhale, lifts you up. Exhale, open warrior 2. Reach, flip and reverse, peaceful warrior, straighten your front leg. On your exhale, come back to your warrior 2. Coming back through your crescent lunge, lots of balance here. Coming back to your warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, I call this star pose. Toes face the front, or the side of your mat really, and then find your wide leg forward fold. Hands can come to your sides, can come right beneath you, can walk behind you. The choice is yours. Whatever feels good. And then wherever you are, start to walk your hands under your shoulders. Put some weight into your hands. Come toward this halfway lift. And we're just gonna lean to the front of your mat. So feeling this inner thigh stretch on the left side. Use your hands as much as you need to. Again, the intention is to feel a little bit of a stretch. And then push through your right foot as you bend towards the back of your mat. Again, intention is to feel a little bit of this stretch, a lot of strength in the other leg, in the bent leg. Coming back through center, walking your hands all the way to the front of your mat. Stepping back. Downward facing dog. Right foot lifts once more. Step it between your hands. Step your feet together, mountain pose at the front of your mat. Exhale your hands to your heart. Take a breath in. Let it go. Pushing your hands in towards the center line, balancing into the right foot. Lift your left knee into your chest. Hover, hold. Notice if your back is arched or rounded too much. Pretty neutral spine here. And then when you're ready, you can start to kick your left foot back. Call this airplane pose. You're kicking straight back, almost like you're going for a capital letter T from your chest all the way to the heel of your left foot. Squeezing your left glute. Finding your balance, grounding down through the right big toe. Slowly bring your feet together, arms reach up. Exhale, hands at your heart, let that side go. Balancing into your left foot. Right knee hugs into your chest. From here, squeezing, again, belly, pull your core in. Balancing, grounding down through the left big toe. Not crunching your toes up, but rather spreading the toes, grounding down through a little bit past the big toe. And then when you're ready, slowly start to kick back, airplane pose. Hands can push into your heart. That will help you find your balance. Right pinky toe faces the floor. Right big toe faces the floor. That same rotation we found in our downward dog. Stay for one more breath in. On your exhale, feet together, reach up, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Plant your hands, step back to high plank. Big breath in here. On your exhale, slowly lower down. Hug your right heel into your bum. Right heel to bum. Stay here for the quad stretch. Noticing if you can reach your ankle. Reaching for your ankle, maybe you dorsiflex or pull your right toes towards your shin. Then you're gonna start to just simply kick into your hand. Kick into your hand, kick, 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 kick. And then slowly lower, maybe you can hug your heel into your bum. We're gonna kick for the count of 6. Kick, 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 kick. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly release the kicking as you hug your heel into your bum ever so slightly, maybe a little more. And if you need more room, you can come up onto your elbow. You'll be able to reach your foot a little bit better probably. Last time here, start kicking. We kick for 6, 5, 4, 3. Maybe you kick your heel off the mat just a little for 2. Slowly release the kick, hug in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly release. Left heel to bum. Again, coming up onto your elbow might feel good. Reaching for your ankle if that feels okay and accessible. So you can dorsiflex your toes just a little. You'll feel this a little bit more in your quad. And then start your kick for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep kicking. Maybe the knee comes off the floor. Relax. Hug your heel into your bum for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly start to kick for 6, 4, 3, 2. Relax the kick, hug in. Heel to bum. Heel to bum is our goal. This is a quad stretch. This is called proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, or PNF. Last time here, start to kick for 6, 4. Keep kicking. Maybe your knee lifts up for 3. Slowly release, heel to bum, hold for this last final stretch for 10. And slowly release, bend both knees, and just let them windshield wiper side to side. Any stress or strain in your low back, this will help. And then releasing your feet, coming back towards tabletop. Into downward facing dog. Inhaling your left foot high. Stepping your foot between your hands. Crescent lunge lifts you up. Big breath in here. Exhale, open warrior 2. Reach, flip, and reverse, straighten your front leg. Coming back up to your warrior 2. Shifting back to your crescent lunge. Back to your warrior 2, straighten both legs. Again, finding your wide leg forward fold. Finding your wide leg forward fold. Maybe you start to rock some weight into your toes. Notice how you feel that more in your hamstrings, typically. Maybe a little bit more in your shins as well, in your calves. And then hands walk under your shoulders, halfway lift. Start to lean to the back of your mat. If you want to come down a little bit further, if you have the range of motion, maybe you start to really lean into the left. The right toes can lift up towards the sky. And then pushing right away, left foot, starting to lean towards the front of your mat. Pushing and lifting up, back through your wide leg forward fold. Coming up, halfway lift. Starting to shift towards the left foot, towards the front of your mat. Stepping back through your runner's lunge. Hands on either side of your foot. Stepping your feet together, mountain pose reaches you up. Hands at your heart. Just one time each side, right knee lifts into your chest. Big breath in here, belly in. On your exhale, kick straight back. Airplane, hands can stay at your heart. If you want to play with a little balance, they can come out to your sides, lifting your palms up, pulling your fingers towards your toes. Big breath in here, belly pulls in. Right pinky toe faces the floor. Keep grounding down through your left big toe as you reach back up through your standing leg raise. Right knee hugs into your chest. And then slowly foot and hands together. Left knee into your chest. Left foot lifts. And hands can come to your side as you kick back for your airplane pose. Left pinky toe faces the floor, grounding down through your right big toe. Set your gaze, set your breath. And then hugging the left knee into your chest, maybe the right arms reach up overhead. And slowly bringing your feet together, big breath in. On your exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Step your right foot outside your right hand. The toes can face off to the right. Both toes. You're gonna come onto the pinky side of the back leg. Right toes face the right as you bring the right arm up overhead. Lift your hips up to the sky. Feel this in the outsides of your hips. Big breath in here. On your exhale, maybe just a little slow dip of the left hip as you reach back up. Everything comes back to center. Step back, high plank. Left foot outside your left hand. Toes face off to the left, coming onto the pinky toe of the back leg. Left arm up to the sky. Lift your hips up. And then maybe you drop them down just a little. Feel this in your core. Lift up. Exhale, step back, high plank. Downward facing dog. Taking your big breath in here. HA, sigh, let it go. Walking your feet between your hands, coming to lie on your back. Hugging your knees into your chest. Hugging your knees into your chest, pulling your belly in ever so slightly. Dropping your feet, coming into bridge pose. So typically you'll hear people say you want to touch or graze your heels. I think that's just a little too close. You can graze your heels, walk them away ever so slightly. Hugging your inner thighs into center, lift your hips up to the sky. Lift your hips up to the sky, squeeze your tush. And then as if somebody has their hands in front of your knees, drive your knees to the front of your mat. This might help you feel more glutes, maybe some more hamstring. One more breath in here. Exhale, slowly drop your hips. Lift your knees. Your knees stay at a 90-degree angle, your toes pulled up to your shin. Your low back is flat. If your low back is not flat, simply drop your feet. Leave your feet here, you're gonna march up. If you can keep your back flat, your ribs knit together, take your hands onto your thighs, you will march down. Again, only if your back is flat on the mat. And if you're ready, push your hands into your thighs into your hands. Take a breath in. On your exhale, right heel drops towards the mat. Only drop it as long as you can keep your low back nice and flat. March it back up. Exhale, the left hand goes, left foot goes. March it back up. Right knee nice and slowly. Knee stays bent to 90 degrees. March it back up, left foot goes. Pushing the right hand into your thigh, thigh into hand. Right side, one more time. And lift it back up, left side. Lift it back up, hug your knees into your chest. Exhale, drop your feet. Inhale, back up to your bridge pose. Squeezing your tush, squeezing your glutes. Slowly lower down, marching your knees back up into your chest, 3 times each side, left side first. March it back up. Again, low back flat is the only goal here. Only march your knee down, your foot down, as long as you can keep your low back nice and flat. That is the only important part of this. And again, if your low back cannot be flat, keep going. If your low back can't be flat, you march up instead of down. Hug your knees into your chest. Drop your feet. Right foot in the middle of your mat. Left foot up to the sky. Come up just the right leg. Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze your hips. Try and keep them in line. Not that you're dropping your left hip or lifting it up way high. Try and keep your hips in line. Slowly march your left foot down. Keep your hips up. So you kick your right foot up to the sky. And we hold for 3. Slowly, feet together, drop your hips down. Last time, dead bug. Hug your knees in towards your chest, thighs into hands, hands into thighs. Right foot drops and lifts, left side. 3 on each side. And 2. The last one here. Hug your knees into your chest, good work. Let your arms go long. Capital letter T as you let your knees fall to the left, your gaze to the right, feeling this opening stretch. Thighs hug back into center, let them fall to the right, your gaze to the left. Popping and cracking, totally normal. Hugging your thighs back in. Crossing your right ankle over your left knee, finding your figure 4 stretch. Option to bring your hand one through the middle, the other around the right leg, the right thigh. And then keeping both toes nice and active. So your shins are in line with your knees. Your toes, your ankles are dorsiflexed or pulling up towards your shin. As you actively push the left knee away as you pull the right knee towards your face. So not a ton with your hands are just helping stabilize. And then with your muscles, push your right knee towards the front of your mat. With your muscles, push the right knee towards the front of your mat. Feel how that active opening might feel even just a little bit deeper. And then slowly releasing your hands, keeping that activation, pulling the right knee towards your face as you push the left knee away. Hold for 3, for 2, keep squeezing. Slowly release and simply switch sides. Right ankle over your left thigh as you hug it in. Feeling first just this passive stretch of you holding your thigh, feeling the opening in the outside of your right hip. And then keeping both toes active, you're going to start to push the right knee away towards the front of your mat as you pull the left knee up towards your face. So it's this little push and pull, pushing the right knee away, pulling the left knee to your face. Keep squeezing and holding, using your muscles. Using your muscles, pull your belly in. And slowly release. Dropping your feet as wide as your mat, let your knees come to touch. And last but not least, finishing off with some hamstrings and a little inversion. Dropping your left foot to the floor, the knee bent will make this feel just a little bit easier. Taking your hands wherever they reach. Your leg does not need to be perfectly straight. If you have a strap or a towel that might feel really supportive here, or just a t-shirt even, you can reach it, loop it around your foot. If not, take your hands on the back of your thigh. And all you're gonna do is try and straighten your leg. It doesn't need to be perfect. Try and straighten your leg. Pulling your toes to your shin. And then all you're gonna do, interlace your hands or just grab onto your thigh, whatever feels supportive. You're gonna start to draw your right heel towards the floor. Don't let it move, but start to draw it towards the floor. Again, I'm shaking. Turn the muscles on. Feel everything turn on. Feel this in your hamstring. Feel this in your glutes. Take a breath in. Keep pushing And then slowly you're gonna use your hands, relax your muscles to pull your heel over towards your head just a little bit more into this deeper hamstring stretch. Listen to your body. And then we're gonna start to kick again. Kicking in, right thigh into your hands as you push, push, push. Again, feeling your glutes turning actively on your hamstrings. Keep kicking. And slowly release. Maybe you can pull your heel over your face. And one more time. Kick, 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 kick. Keep kicking. Slowly release the kick as maybe you pull into a little bit more of the hamstring stretch. Releasing the right leg. And let the right side go. Shake it out. Dropping your right foot, lifting your left foot up. Again, hands reach around. Perhaps they interlace or just hold on. And first, finding wherever that range of motion feels good for you. Knowing that the leg does not need to be perfectly straight. And start to kick in, thigh into hands, hands into thighs, and you kick. Nothing moves, but you kick and you turn your glutes on and you actively squeeze your hamstrings for 5. And slowly release. Maybe you pull your heel over your head just a little. We're turning the muscles off, letting this feel just like a stretch. And then you kick, 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 kick. Kick for 5. Keep kicking, squeezing your tush, squeezing your hamstring, driving your foot towards the floor, but nothing moves. Slowly release it, slowly relax. And one more time, kick in. Kick in, feel the muscles turn on. Kick in and feel the muscles turn on. Keep kicking, keep kicking. Slowly release. Maybe you can come into a little bit deeper hamstring stretch. Hugging both knees into your chest, releasing both sides. Bringing your feet overhead for an inversion. This feels really tight on your hamstrings. I invite you to take your hands under your hips. Lift your hips up just a little bit. We'll take some slack. Let you keep your feet up to the sky just a little bit easier. Noticing your breath. Noticing your body. And slowly hugging your knees back in. Letting your legs go long. Palms reach up to the sky. For your final rest. Shavasana. Bringing intentional awareness to your breath. The best way to relax your body, to calm your nervous system down, is to bring intentional awareness to your breath. Finding a count with just a slightly longer exhale will do the trick. Take a breath in for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhaling for 5. Exhaling for 6. Inhaling for 5. Exhale for 6. Noticing your right big toe, your right knee and hip, your right low back, mid back and shoulder. Breathing into the right side of your body. Noticing the tension, the tightness, the heat, and the fluidity. And letting the right side go. Bring your attention to your left big toe, your left knee, without the need to adjust or move, noticing the difference of the left versus right hip, the weight going through your left and right hip. Your left mid back and shoulder. Taking a full breath in through your body, both sides. Exhale, letting it go. One more big breath in, fill up. Let it go. Beginning to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Your ankles and your wrists. Tugging your knees into your chest. Come to lie on your right side. We lay off to the right to leave your heart elevated for just another moment. When you're ready, push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Your hands at your heart and your eyes to close. Taking one cleansing breath in together. Big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, H-A. Let it go. And so much grace, love, and gratitude. Together we go. Thank you for this opportunity to guide you through your body.